Welcome to Name and Occupation In Depth Season 3. So excited to bring you the premiere episode, the debut of our European travels. We are coming to you live on location today from Paris. So it's like almost like you're stepping into a different world, you know?
A different dimension.
A different dimension.
So cool.
Yeah, and every floor has a different name. This is where we ended up staying. Yeah, we'll show you a little map because we know you like maps. C'est du lieu culturel, and there here you see Le Remix. That's the hotel that we stayed at.
So the hotel is in the district of La Villette.
So how far are you from the Eiffel Tower there?
So from there, we have to take, the metro, you can take the metro right on there and you transfer once and then you're there, about 20 minutes metro, I think it is. 20 minutes, half an hour.
The view from our hotel. It's lively out tonight, kids.
They have like different rooms that you can, you don't really rent them. You just do a deposit. So there's a room that you do a deposit. It costs $500. And it's the mixing room and the music room. So there's guitars there. There's a piano. There's a mixing board. So it's a full studio. You got keyboards, guitars hanging on the wall. And you got all the plugins, all the cables. You got the mixing board. You got some...
That's cool. They actually have a left-handed guitar. That's fun.
You're fully set up to do your own recording there.
Wow.
So yeah, that's what it used to look like before it was revamped.
In 1859, it was established for the slaughterhouse and also for selling of the cattle, the pork, and the sheep. So they developed this whole area, which is like 55 hectares. 1974, after a lot of delays of reconstruction, new buildings, and 10 years of construction and delays, they said, let's stop this. And it became an industrial, quarter that nobody was using it.
Right.
So they developed this whole area. So on the right side, as you're looking now, would be the science district. And on the other side of the river, as you can see there, is the music section of the development, which is the European's largest science museum, is in that district. And on the right side, where the music and architectural is, they have the amphitheater, they have a museum with music and science, they have, which is a big concert hall and everything like that is there. So it's an area of, it's kind of like lost. I find that if you are in Paris, it's a great place to go, and especially it's a great hotel, and there's a few other hotels nearby.
Look at these red structures for people to just kind of explore, and it's just kind of artistic. So like Francesco said, it's this really interesting blend of science and art.
Mm-hmm.
And the place
That's really cool
to bring people together.
Europeans know how to do it, man.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they really do. They invest so much money in the infrastructure of the city, art, culture, science, bringing it all together, city design.
Time off is important in Europe too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Hey guys, Name and Occupation In Depth. We're coming live to you on location from Paris. Look at this wonderful bridge right beside me, and behind me is the Musée d'Orsay. Look at the beautiful architecture of the building. It used to be an old train station that they converted into a museum. It's not as famous as the Louvre, but man, the architecture is gorgeous, worth checking out.
This is it, Louvre.
The Louvre now, because don't forget, Paris is the #1 tourist attraction in the world, and the Louvre is pretty high up there in terms, right? Fun fact about that. So now, the Louvre, you have to book a time slot that you're actually going to go and visit. And you should book that time slot or the idea of when you're going to be going
I kind of like that.
at least almost 3 weeks before.
You have your code on your phone, and everybody's telling you, have your code ready, have your code ready.
Live on location, Paris, Louvre. It's where you get all the good stuff.
That's the lineup to go see the Mona Lisa, and you can see Daisy
That's a lot
and
of
Venice
people.
there. So yeah, it's kind of chaotic there.
Hey, there's
Look at
Daisy.
Daisy, there she is.
The Sphinx, the mystery of the question. Why do they always break their noses off? So they tell their story on the inside. So when you're buried or put in your tomb, your story, you can read your story and bring your story with you. Not the outside.
So it was really, really cool to like, holy shit, like their whole story is there, you know, like you did this and you had a dog and you had a cat or whatever, right? So it was really, really cool, interesting thing.
So there was some of these, the Sphinx, and
Very cool.
it's interesting. I don't.
They had the Greek area too.
You know, like Louis the 14th, and that's where he lived, right? So a lot of the stuff that's in Versailles
Came from
are fakes,
Oh.
but they have the originals of what should be in Versailles at the Louvre because it's the museum.
So the same Louis who got his head chopped?
Yeah, that's right. He was the one who was the one who wanted to make Versailles grand.
All right, kids, it's very windy. This is the Palais de Versailles. We made it in. Here you go. Look at that. Beautiful. Ooh, let's go out. It's so big, my wide camera doesn't fit. But I'll zoom in. There you go. Guard's room. So this is a pre-room. They would use it as a bathroom, but now they changed it to kitchen, and this is one of the 10% that came back. So it has been, when the revolution came, they took so many years and then they sold all the parts, and only 10% came back. So that was a clock that was given for a wedding gift.
Right at the place, they kind of like ran in and like started like grabbing whatever they could, and like
frames, doors, molding, curtains, everything.
Yeah.
Fireplaces, anything that they could grab.
We are inside, waiting to go up the stairs to go see the Hall of Mirrors. A lot of history
Room on
took
the other
place
side.
there.
The chapel. We are allowed in the chapel.
D'ailleurs, quand on est à l'extérieur, on voit très bien, c'est une chapelle, on va la voir tout le temps. Et cette chapelle, elle a été consacrée, c'est-à-dire inaugurée religieusement en 1710, c'est-à-dire 5 ans avant la mort de Louis XIV.
So it is amazing. We went inside, checked the wall of mirrors. We've seen a special guided tour that brought us in the actual chapel, the tallest building of the Versailles at 40 meters. We saw beautiful private bedrooms, private bathrooms, and beautiful, beautiful history. This is, of course, this is like the little garden balcony. This is just a little part. Yeah, the first time I've seen it work, the actual fountain, I actually really think we're very lucky. Usually every time I come, it's under renovations, so beautiful.
Every single one has a different sculpture. Look at these ones. These are the mermaids. These are mermaids. Look at the intricate detail. This is my third time in Versailles, and I always manage to find these guys because I just love them. Look at them, how beautiful they are. They're just kind of like hanging out, bored, a little bit bored. What do we do now, guys?
Holy shit, the statue's being violated. Come on, lady. This is what happens. Violation of the ziggy-diggy.
So exciting. We won't be able to make it to Arc de Triomphe today, but it's just right behind me. We're heading over to the Eiffel Tower, and we've just done the Louvre. So much to do today.
Look at that. On our way to the Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower. It apparently took 22 months to build, but from my research, it says 26 months. Because they started in January, they started in January and they finished like March, 2 years later. So that should be 26 months, right? Anyway, they say 22, I say 26.
It took 22 months to complete.
That's pretty
The Eiffel
fast.
Tower.
Well, they were on a rush for the exposition.
That's right.
When that was built, that was like, it became the tallest building on Earth, and it surpassed the pyramids for the tallest man-made structure, right? So the pyramids held that record. All of a sudden, the Eiffel Tower in 1889, I think, was completed.
Yeah, it's 300 meters tall, right?
Right. All of a sudden, like, kind of crazy when you think of it.
The approximate weight of the metal of the Eiffel Tower is 10,100 tons, which alone the frame itself is 7,300 tons. And you know what's funny? The Eiffel Tower, that's not their color because they have to paint that Eiffel Tower every 7 years. Okay. Right. So they keep the structure so it doesn't corrode and stuff like that. And just in paint alone for the whole Eiffel Tower, there's over 60 tons of paint on that tower.
Right. What I remember, what was so cool about the Eiffel Tower is how big each step, each footing, the legs, right? You know, and like big enough to have stores in there or little cafes. You're like just blown away by the immensity of it, right? Because pictures of it doesn't do justice.
It's how it's done. Let's check out Paris.
Coffee Select. We were like, hey, let's you know, it kind of looks cool watching all these people with scooters and bicycles. So you can download the app and you can like jump on scooters and bicycles. So then we ended up like taking the bike. Me and Daisy had a bike. The girls, we got them the scooter, the electric scooter.
Wicked.
And we biked around and made ourselves all the way to the Pantheon. We checked out the Pantheon on the outside. And then we scootered around and stuff like that. And we went all the way to the Notre-Dame.
Nice.
And that was really, really cool. And it was getting dark at that time. Like, you know, by the time we hit the Notre-Dame, it was dark. So it was kind of cool because you had your own bike path. It was really well organized. I really like that about Paris. They have really good, like, designated bike lanes
Yeah.
and scooter lanes and stuff like that. So you have to drop off the bicycle and the scooter in a different place. So once you have your app, you're like, okay, I'm done. You have to drop it off to a specific location. So there, we had to drop off the scooter at one corner and then the bicycle at the other one, which we didn't know. So we're moving everything like a good 10 minutes to figure it out. So it was pretty funny.
Cool.
That's hilarious.
There was all this itinerary where Venice was like, I need to go see Chateau Versailles. I want to go see the Louvre. Everybody had their own things that they wanted to see. I had one thing. So we had an appointment. We had made a dinner reservations for 7 p.m. I was so excited. So we get off what was it, a bus that we took? We took a bus from the Eiffel Tower to Rue Montparnasse. The famous, the famous streets that that Hemingway talks about. And I'm getting on, and I see across the street, and I was like, "We're 20 minutes early. Do you think they'll say it's okay?" And we walk in, and I'm like, "Hi, I have reservations for like 7 o'clock, but we're like 20 minutes early. Would it be okay?" And I'm like, "There's people there. It looks like they have tables." And the guy's like, yes. What was his name? Mark? Mark was our waiter.
I think so, yeah.
He was so nice, you guys. He was like so nice. And I said, look, and I was so nervous that I was sweating. Like I was drenched. Like my shirt was like, I have never been so excited in my life about anything. And just being in an area so full of history and just knowing that this like Hemingway was there, and before Hemingway, I mean, like I've been obsessed with Fitzgerald since I was like 17 years old. I is there a special place? Because the reason why I'm here, I don't know if you get a lot of people like who come here, or I was so nervous. I said, I don't know if you get a lot of people that come, but is there a place? Is there a place where Hemingway used to hang? Is there a place where he used to sit? Like, I just need to know, like, yeah, this is where he used to sit. So he brings me, and this is where he used to sit. So it's like a two-seater, because it's the two-seater right beside the bar.
That's
the
funny.
bar is right beside it. You can see it at the end there, and that's why he liked being there, because he liked to be where like the action was. And here, there's like a little footage. Okay, guys, page 35. I'm going to read, and it says, "Oh, I need my glasses." Okay, just take the picture.
Just take the picture.
It was.
They were trying to make it perfect for her, but it was kind of like chaotic, and it was so funny.
I love it. Strike a pose there.
Which book was that? Which one is that?
That's The Sun Also
Oh,
Rises.
okay, it is. Right on.
Yeah, they're like, read an excerpt from the book, and I'm like, oh yeah, I was carrying that book with me. Like you could see on the right there, there's like that was his spot, because it was right beside the bar. And he goes, so by the way, he's like, Hemingway, his favorite thing to do was so the bartender Mark became my best friend. Because I was like, Mark, you gotta tell me all the stories. Like, what's up with Hemingway? Like, tell me everything. He's like, yeah, you know what? Like, what he loved to do was, at the end of the day, was he used to love going behind the bar, and that's a picture of the bar, and mixing drinks. So he would go, and his favorite thing was just to create different drinks. And
that's a pretty cool bar. Pretty stocked.
And it's a really cool bar.
Too.
It's really well lit. It's kind of like this kind of retro vibe. And when I was looking at the menu, there is the Hemingway. I don't know if you can see, but it's the Hemingway sour.
Well, okay, what's in it? What's the fine print?
So squeeze lemon juice and Drambuie?
Bourbon.
What? And Drambuie?
Drambuie. Yeah. So I was like, should I have it? Should I have it? Because
Well,
I mean,
goddamn, I can make one right now. I got drambuie and lemons. I'm gonna make one right now. Hold on. There we are. Then I'm gonna smear the essence around the glass. Comme ça, right?
Wait.
Right.
Wait.
And then I'm gonna pour some of this delicious elixir.
Delicious elixir. Key.
Right.
Wait.
Brambouille.
All right. And then another wedge, or is just the man?
Oh, it should be fine.
Just the
You
man.
can put another wedge in there.
Just a mouth.
It was more juicy
All right.
though, lemony juicy, lemon juice in it.
All right. Here's to this Hemingway sour. Squeeze lemon juice and drambuie.
Let's go. Let's go. You're having a Hemingway sour.
Come on, that's good.
Christopher.
It is
This is
good.
Do you like it?
I do.
Thank you, Mr. Hemingway. Chef Francesco. This is where we sat. We actually didn't sit inside. We sat outside in the terrace.
Nice hat.
And yeah, this was the Now Zulu time. I need the Now Zulu time hat. And I'll tell you this, you guys. The girls still talk about the meal today. This is the best meal they ever had. What do you call that when it's mushy rice, Chris?
Like a risotto?
Yes, thank you so much.
Oh, is that the risotto? I can't see the picture small.
So this was a risotto. This was a Greek salad that Venice got. This was lamb, babe. Was it a lamb?
Yeah, that was the lamb.
Oh, that's good.
Looks amazing.
Okay.
We each got one plate, and then we were switching the plate after a couple of bites.
And they thought it was such an innovative thing, but everybody just really wanted to keep eating and just tasting the different flavors. And you wouldn't think, such a place such as Café Select, so known for its history and its art, that they would care about the food and what it tasted.
They easily could have mailed it in and still have people coming, right?
Yeah,
but no,
exactly.
They did the effort. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And it's a testament to the love of just hanging around and eating and having good drink and being with good company.
Yeah. Posted this picture on Instagram and I tagged them. And then they responded and then they shared it on their it's on their page. My picture,
cool.
like they shared it on their page.
Hell of a trip though, guys. Like seriously, in 4 days you wrapped up a lot.
Oh yeah.
You made it count.